Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscriber button. Let's grow this family together. I know it's been a minute since my last drop, so thank you for your patience. To be honest with you, it was just something I really needed to disconnect. I think that we can all say that with everything going on in the world, it's just weighing heavy on me at least. And I think the best thing in those cases for me is to just disconnect, process, and just take a moment to give my mind and soul and body what it needs, which is just time, versus forcing out content where I just feel like I'm doing it just because this is something that I love so much and it's my passion. I just want to deliver in the most authentic way possible. And a lot of the times when our head is just disconnected from everything that's happening, it's hard to kind of get into the rhythm of doing what you love. But that's okay, because as long as you take the time for yourself, you can always bounce back. And it's just important to give yourself the space to let yourself go through what you're going through. So that's where we are. However, I am getting ready right now to go film a podcast with my cousin. Be sure to check out my podcast at the Dima Podcast, where I dive in a little bit deeper on things like that. But I really wanted to share my current makeup routine with you because I've changed my foundation and a little bit of my technique because my skin has gotten so dry. And every year around this time when it gets very cold, my skin gets super dry, my rosacea acts up, so I had to switch it up a little bit. So I've been really loving the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation for every day. It's a lot more on the oily side, but it sets so well throughout the day with powder and everything. You guys know I love Merit. I've always used it, but the foundation stick is more of like a clay-like formula. So in the summertime when I'm naturally dewy, it works perfectly, but right now when I'm really dry, it was just getting really patchy. Also, skincare is super important. I love the Merit Great Skin Serum. This is very hydrating, so I've been using that. I've just been going in with this foundation. So I mix the two colors, 9 and 8. 9 is a neutral and 8 is a warm. And I already did my mascara. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this number 8 and then a little bit of the number 9. Just mix the two right on my face. I'm just using my foundation brush and I'm gonna start blending this in together. Now this feels really good. The coverage is really, really nice. I know it looks like a lot, but once I blend everything, it looks really good. I was on my way to Thanksgiving with the family and I had done my makeup super, super fast. And in the car, I like pulled the little mirror down. And you know, like you're like close and personal to that mirror, and my skin was so patchy, and it was like the makeup was like ripping itself apart on my skin, and it was dry, and I was like, whoa, my skin's never done this before. I was like, what is happening? The powder on top was just not giving. Everything was really, really like just disassociating itself on my skin, and I was like, what is happening? So I realized, I was like, oh, it's probably just the texture of my skin right now. I need to switch up my foundation. It's good to like switch it up every like now and then if you can, because your skin gets used to one thing and then it just kind of plateaus. So I went into Sephora and I was like, I need a new foundation that's a little bit more on the oily side and less dry. And Miss Charlotte Tilbury, we stand with her. She's the best. Her stuff is amazing. And then I tried this and it was great. So I was like, oh, I love the way this feels. And the coverage is nice. It's dewy. So if you are more on the dry side, this is going to be the best for you. And also because my skin is very, very red right now, my rosacea is fully activated, I go in heavy. Like I like a full coverage. I want everything to be one color. So I'm just blending this in, bringing it down. You can already see it's nice and oily, but once you set it with powder, it looks great. Also, when my skin acts up like this, I avoid primer and stuff, or I just stick to my regular skincare and I do like a hydrating serum. Again, the Merit Great Skin is the best. And then I go directly in with foundation. Like I don't put too much on there because it's just already going to be piled up. So I stick to liquids because I am more dry, and I'm going to go in with my Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Concealer. I'm going to put this right under. And I'm doing like more of a full coverage today because I'm going to be shooting and I like for it to look visible on camera. I'm just blending this with my beauty blender right under the eyes. I like it nice and bright. This is the color 240. I like my under eye very bright, as you know. Whatever's left over, I just bring to my chin and then right in the center of my forehead. And sticking to liquids, I have the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the contour wand. I love this. It's like really rich and pigmented and blends really nicely. I've done a lot of reviews on this. I'm just going to do 2 dots right there, kind of right above right under my temple, going up, and then right on my forehead. A little goes a long way with this stuff. I'm gonna start blending this into my skin, and these products together all mesh really nicely. Look at that, so soft. Brings that warmth back into my face. Whatever's left over, I just bring to my jawline like that. And then we're just going to blend my forehead. And with my beauty blender, I just kind of go back in and blend everything together into each other so it's nice and blended and there aren't any harsh lines. And then also sticking to liquids, I just go in with a cream blush, and I love the Merit blush balms. This is the color Stockholm, one of my favorites. It's like a pinky, very, very creamy pink and it's super soft, and I just put that on my cheeks like that, and I just blend this in. So right now we look like very glazed, oily. That's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna set everything with my Laura Mercier translucent powder that I love so much. And I know that I wanna refrain from getting patchy and dry, but this translucent powder is just gonna set the current texture of my face. And then as the day progresses and the oils of these products come out, I still won't look too oily, but I won't look dry, which is nice. So it's a good balance, because it's like, if I don't do an oily foundation and I stick to the dry products, it'll be patchy. But this way, it's like a nice natural oil-based foundation with everything else that's liquid. Everything will come together nicely. And you see how it's mattifying the face really nicely. We look less like a donut. Maybe still shaped like one, but that's fine. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blush in the color Intense, who I really, really love lately. It's more of a mauve pink color. I'm just gonna go right into my cheeks and really blend this in. I'm also gonna just kind of go right under that concealer and blend that all together like that. You see how nice that is? On my nose. I like blush everywhere, so like don't fight me. Even on my forehead sometimes I'll kind of go in behind my eyelids, just make it like nice and natural. Very nice. Okay. I'm gonna do my eyebrows with Miss Anastasia herself, the Brow Wiz. We love her. And my eyebrows are just like wild in. I haven't got my eyebrows done since like 2016. I just do them myself because I like them messy. I like them thick and bushy. And I just feel like I can do them. So like I don't need to get them done. But sometimes they're just like a little out of control. And I'm just like, what is the shape even? So I'm just gonna fill them in and then extend it out because they're a little shorter. Where my eye ends, that's kind of where I end it. I like it natural, just like a natural eyebrow, super hairy. I really don't mind my eyebrows not looking perfect. I really don't, okay? I'm also going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, which you can see I clearly love and I need a new one. This is in the color Fair. It's just the pressed setting powder, and I use this right under my eye. I love to take this on the go with me, and I just set all day with this. That's all you need, and a little powder puff. Convenient. We love convenience. My forehead looks a little confused because of that concealer and bronzer, so I'm taking some Makeup by Mario bronzer. I'm just going to add that up there, like that. Blend everything together. Kind of bring it on my cheeks too. My lips have gotten dry from the cold weather. So I love the Merit. This is the lip oil. These things are so soft. I just kind of put this on to prep my lips a little bit before I go in with like lipstick and lip liner. This is the color Bel Air. It's more of a clear, but you can see I've gone in there with whatever was on my lips and it changed it. And this stuff is great. I have a link for all this stuff. I'll list it below. Okay, so now I'm gonna line my lips with Whirl Lip Liner by MAC. And I'm just going to, I think this is the fastest I've ever done my makeup. And I love days like that where I can just throw things on and it just comes together. Like, who has time? No one we barely have time. Okay, kind of put this all over the lips. It's a really beautiful lip liner. One of my favorites, Whirl, and then I mix it with the Honey Love lipstick by MAC. Great combination. I'm just gonna go back over my mascara a little bit just to like retouch the lashes. And then also grabbing my Merit eyebrow pomade brush just to brush up my lashes, not my lashes, my eyebrows, just for some definition and dimension, because again, I like them to look super hairy. Okay, and that's it. That is it. The most easiest routine for dry skin. My hair, that's a different story, okay? But honestly, this is all because of this foundation. I swear it's changed my life, and my skin throughout the day just looks like a filter. Like, you see how it's still dewy, but it's not like oily looking, but it's also not dry. Like, it just looks healthy. And it says here, like, for your best healthy looking skin, it literally looks healthy. So I love this. I'm really into it. And again, I switch it up throughout the seasons, but right now I think this is kind of my go-to. Everything sits really nicely on it. And again, my face just doesn't look like it's cracking. So it was definitely cracking. I was alarmed. I was like, wait. Comment down below. Let me know if you've used any of these products, if you like any of them, what you use for your skin. I love you all so much. Thank you for your sweet comments. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental health, really, really just one day at a time. And until next time, I will see you later.